MotorWeek 88, television's automotive magazine, with your host, John Davis.
Hello and welcome again to MotorWeek 88. We're glad to have you with us. There are few cars that command owner loyalty the way the Ford Mustang does. Many owners consider it the quintessential sports coupe, the perfect driving machine. But a number of companies have tried to improve on this perceived perfection by building custom limited production vehicles based on the Mustang. The leader among these is ASC, which has been building and selling its McLaren convertible for a number of years. A relative newcomer is Steve Saleen, who turns the Mustang into a racer you can drive on the street. So let's find out just how much more a Mustang can be. Our custom Mustangs can be neatly divided into the categories of show and go. Leader of the show brigade is ASC's McLaren Convertible. This limited production ragtop is the latest in a long line of Mustang and Capri-based specialty cars. Its chief claim to fame is the fact that it's probably the most eye-catching pony car to ever hit the street. ASC starts with a basic Mustang GT. The car gets a complete monochromatic paint job, and new body color trim replaces the stock Ford pieces. Other changes include a new flexible radio antenna and a tastefully subtle rear deck spoiler. Next come custom alloy wheels mounting fat Goodyear Eagle VR50s. And for the piece de resistance, the hardtop is cut off and replaced with one of the best looking and easiest to use convertible tops we've ever encountered. Folding the manual top is simple. Release the top latches, pop the hard storage cover open, and fold away. ASC's unique hard cover not only protects the folded top, but gives the McLaren the smoothest lines of any convertible on the market. Our only complaint is that the guides that position the hard cover don't always line up with their brackets. No matter where our staff went, the McLaren got lots of stares and plenty of comments, all of them complimentary. If you're the sort who likes to be looked at and has a spare $22,000 floating around, then this is the car for you. On the other side of the coin are those hardcore Mustang fans that favor go over everything. These are the people for whom Steve Saleen builds his special Mustang. Where the McLaren is striking, the Saleen is imposing, even threatening. This heavily reworked Mustang LX, that's right, LX, squats on a custom-built racing suspension and massive 16-inch wheels, wearing General XP 2000V tires. The most noticeable visual change is the addition of a massive whale-tail spoiler to the back end. Saleen says that this is necessary to keep the rear end steady when the car races and wins in SCCA's showroom stock class. Other body additions include an aerodynamic rear apron, side skirts, a deep chin spoiler, and tricolor racing stripes on the lower body. The Saleen's looks don't announce its presence from 2 blocks away, but they do broadcast loud and clear that this car was built to go fast. Of course, fast cars need power. Both of our custom Mustangs get theirs from stock Ford 5-liter HO V8s, which produce 225 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. ASC left the McLaren's engine bay alone, retaining the excellent maintenance accessibility of the regular Mustang. Saleen's only change is the addition of a triangular steel brace that ties the shock towers and firewall together. This increases structural rigidity in the front end, but cuts maintenance accessibility. That big Ford V8 helped our special Mustangs chalk up some pretty impressive numbers. The McLaren rocketed to 60 miles per hour in only 7.8 seconds. The quarter mile ended in 16 seconds at 88 miles per hour. And that was with the McLaren stock Ford automatic transmission. A manual should be quicker, but ASC sells almost all of its McLarens with the automatic. Saleen, on the other hand, uses a Hurst quick ratio racing shifter in his cars. Its short throws and crisp linkage make it a delight to throw through the gears. And it allowed us to achieve a 0 to 60 time of only 6.7 seconds and quarter mile of 15.5 seconds at 90 miles per hour. In our handling test, both cars exhibited markedly different personalities. The McLaren, with its stock Ford suspension, behaved as we expected any Mustang GT to behave. There's a touch of front-end plow, and the tail slides around under power. It's an easy car to take to its limits. Like most V8 Mustangs, it's a better car than most of the people driving it. The Saleen, on the other hand, is a whole different beast. The racecraft suspension with its coney struts and shocks gives a level of cornering power undreamed of in regular Mustangs. Naturally, a race-grade car deserves a proper racetrack, so we took the Saleen to Pocono International Raceway for a thorough wringing out. The car is incredibly nimble with road feel that allows precise placement through every corner. Pocono's twisting infield track and high bank turns make heavy demands upon a car's stability. The Saleen is as solid as a rock, even at speeds of 110 miles per hour. Of course, this incredible handling does exact a price. That price is an unusually harsh ride over rough road surfaces. But it's a trade-off that some of our test drivers were more than willing to make. That is, if they were able to come up with the almost $21,000 price. Our final performance test is braking. The McLaren makes use of the stock Ford's front disc rear drum combination. This gave an average stopping distance of 115 feet from 55 miles per hour. Pedal fade is substantial, and the brakes lock up easily. Steve Saleen attempts to avoid these problems by using the four-wheel disc from the Mustang SVO, and he succeeds. The Saleen stopping distances of 118 feet from 55 were similar to the McLaren, but the Saleen gains tremendously in control. The pedal is firm and easy to modulate, and lockup is almost non-existent. These brakes inspire confidence even in panic situations. Naturally, all the exterior upgrading means that an interior upgrade is also in order. In the case of our McLaren, it means fancy leather trim, power windows, and optional Recaro sport seats. The Recaros, with their heaters and power lumbar adjustments, are some of the most comfortable bucket seats we've ever encountered. The dash is the stock Ford unit found in regular Mustangs. The dash also sports a plate which tells you the serial number of your car. Like all Mustangs, the pod-mounted controls are simple and easy to use. Factory options include a tilt wheel, air conditioning, and a premium sound system with cassette is standard. The cassette storage box between the seats is a nice touch. The rear seat has been eliminated completely so that the top can be stored. It does provide a bit of extra luggage space, which is a good thing when you consider how small the trunk is. There's only space for a pair of small bags. The Saleen has also had its interior reworked. Excellent sports seats by FlowFit replace the stock units. It also gets a new steering wheel and an 80-watt Kenwood cassette stereo. A special gauge package with an electronic tach and 170 mile-per-hour speedometer is also included, and the gauges feature the Saleen name, as do the door panels and the dashboard. We assume it's so that you never forget what you're driving, as if you ever could. Finally, it came time to decide which Super Mustang we liked better. After much discussion, debate, and a few short fistfights, our staff agreed to disagree and split into two camps. Those who placed a priority on looks, luxury, and the wind in their hair chose the ASC McLaren. The weekend racers who want the best possible performance in everything they drive flock to the Saleen Mustang. Both are great modifications of an already great car, and either one would be welcome in our garage anytime at all.